In football news, Amazulu FC have added South African football legends, midfielder Reneilwe Letsholonyane and defender Mbulelo Mabizela to their ranks. Usuthu announced the recruitment of Letsholonyane as the new under-17 coach, while Mabizela will be the assistant coach of the under-13 side. The two legends are among a group of coaches unveiled by the club earlier today as they continue to bolster their development structures. Co-technical director for youth development at the club, Celo Mbanjwa, joins us to chat more about these developments and what the future plans are. A very good evening and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. What an announcement today. You have got a star-studded group of individuals as coaches and assistants leading your development.
Thank you so much. Really is an exciting time for the club. Really looking forward to see what our new coaches bring to the fold in terms of our youth development structures. So thank you so much.
Can you tell me how you selected the coaches?
So we went through various processes. So we got a lot of CVs that got sent. Some people dropped them off at the office. Then from there we went through a vetting system. Once that was done, the coaches were then given various footballing topics that they need to put together a presentation and present to us. And then in the final round of interviews, we then invited them to join us at a training camp where we had our players there. And then they conducted training sessions for a period of 5 days. And then we made our final decision based on that.
What is your vision for the development structures at Amazulu?
So our immediate vision for 2023 is to at least give 2 or 3 youngsters an opportunity to play at the reserve team level. So we're looking at getting at least 2 15-year-olds involved in the near future. And then moving forward into the club's vision, which is Vision 2032, is to have the majority of our first team squad being represented by players that have been groomed within our youth development system. Hence the caliber of coaches that we've identified to come and help us achieve that dream.
Can you tell us a little bit about the under-15 team? This is an age group that's even been identified by SAFA as a key age group that they're themselves also going to be focused on. How important are the under-15s?
They're very, very important, and if you look at their age, it's when guys start experimenting quite a lot. Hence the balance we brought into our under-15 squad, where we've paired Bryce Peterson with Daoni Banda, who's a female that's joining us within our coaching ranks. It's for us to try and find that balance to take care of these guys, moreover on and off the field, to ensure that guys stay in tune and stay aligned with getting their careers where they should be.
You mentioned some of the women that have joined the fold under the development structures at Amazulu. We know that Amazulu have had plans for launching a women's team for a number of months now. We're still waiting for that announcement and for the formalization of that. Are girls going to be involved in the development structures at Amazulu?
That is definitely in the pipeline in terms of the team. Can't give exact timelines when it will happen, but it's definitely a conversation that's still ongoing to get a women's team up and going. And even in our youth ranks, it's a conversation we've already started having, so that those young girls can feed into our women's senior team when we finally decide to go that route. But it's definitely on the cards.
You have managed to bring football to Hilton College, and you obviously have had a number of learnings from your time with the school. How has that informed the way that you've gone about your business with the development structures at Amazulu?
So as most people might know, Hilton College is one of the leading schools in the country. So the structure and the learnings that I took there is part of the processes and structures we're trying to implement at Amazulu youth level. I think those learnings have really helped us to get to where we are now. We've done a lot of work in the background to see what works and what doesn't. So the current structure now, looking at the kind of coaches that we have and the systems that we've put in place, I think the results will then speak for themselves as we go by. But the learnings from Hilton and how to run a program where I had to oversee 25 teams there really has put us in a good space in terms of the Amazulu youth setup. So it's quite exciting, and we look forward to get the ball rolling again.
How did you manage to get it right in a school that's known for its rugby and cricket?
It's trial and error more than anything, and also showing the board and the powers that be that there is a space for football, and there's a big following on it, and actually giving them a structure that coincides with what the school vision is. And once that was up and running and we got a few investors involved, it then became seamless, and it's been a good transition thus far.
What are the characteristics that you can identify in some of the most successful youngsters that have really come through and developed to go and make football a profession? Because it's certainly not, and it's many people's dreams, but certainly it's the realization of few.
Yeah, most importantly is the hard work and your willingness to do extra without your coaches being on your back to do stuff. I think your drive and passion paired with hard work and a clear vision in what you want will then get you to that level, because it's never easy. There's millions of other footballers there, so you also need to ask yourself what makes you stand out from the millions of boys around the world that want the same dream as you.
Can you tell us what Yeye brings that's particularly special?
So the thinking behind getting guys like Yeye and the other guys on the team, we looked at our spine, which is very pivotal from goalkeeping and so forth. So Yeye brings in a wealth of experience in terms of his playing experience. He represented the country at the World Cup, and his brand and style of football as a footballer is what attracted us to him more than anything. Also the qualification that he has, which is a CAF B license, tied into the human being that he is. In numerous interactions we've had with him, we then were certain that he's one of the key guys we need to get on board.
That is Co-Technical Director for Youth Development at Amazulu Celo Mbanjwa, chatting to us about the latest announcement at the club. They have got a development structure that is one to be feared, and certainly looks like a pipeline for great things in the future. Thanks for your time here on Newzroom Afrika for this evening.